So it looked like Caitlin Clark has shut down Nike headquarters in viral new footage.
Caitlin Clark transformed the entire Nike headquarters into her personal showroom as soon as she walked in. Custom logo cookies and high-end outerwear that haven't even been released yet. Additionally, LeBron James most likely did not receive the hero's welcome. The top star in the WNBA reminded everyone of who now controls women's basketball. Clark dominated every moment of the red carpet that Nike unveiled. Do you believe Nike is finally showing Caitlin Clark the appreciation she has earned, or do you think this recognition should have come much earlier? Share your thoughts below. Since the Team USA tryouts, Clark has kept a relatively low profile. She hasn't been dominating headlines daily or delivering non-stop viral highlights. A few critics even speculated that her off-season might turn out to be uneventful. That assumption couldn't have been more inaccurate. Completely inaccurate. Clark made an appearance at Nike's headquarters in Oregon, and the clips released from that visit were unbelievable. We're talking about a reception that most professional athletes never experience throughout their entire careers. Nike didn't simply bring her in for a brief photo opportunity and hand her a few complimentary sneakers. They essentially converted their entire headquarters into what felt like a full-scale Caitlin Clark exhibit. Let's begin with the jacket. That custom Nike CC piece Clark had on. Calling it premium doesn't even do it justice. From the craftsmanship to the tailored fit, and the way her logo was placed flawlessly across the chest, every detail felt intentional. That jacket easily carries a price tag of at least $300 to $400. And here's the real twist. It's not even on the market yet. Nike provided Clark with exclusive gear that hasn't been released to the public. That level of access is typically reserved for athletes who truly shift the culture, drive massive sales, and generate billions for the brand. As she stepped into the building, employees were standing in line as if they were greeting royalty. She was presented with a custom mini basketball featuring her logo pressed into the surface, not just stamped on, but embossed. That kind of precision sends a clear message. Nike is putting real financial backing behind her. And let's be honest, once those mini basketballs hit the shelves, they'll probably be gone in about 14 seconds. Let's take a moment to focus on that logo. Caitlin Clark's CC emblem is honestly one of the strongest athlete logos in sports today. Some critics have compared it to Chanel or Gucci, and truthfully, that comparison is exactly why it succeeds. The design is sleek, refined, gender-neutral, and immediately recognizable. It doesn't loudly advertise basketball player. Instead, it communicates high-end branding. You could easily picture that symbol on a luxury handbag or an upscale timepiece without anyone second-guessing it. Compare that to many other basketball logos. A lot of them feel overcrowded, overly detailed, and desperate to appear clever. Clark's mark is simply two interlocking C's that look runway-ready. That's elite-level branding, and Nike clearly understands its power. The marketing presentation at the event was on another level. There were custom tote bags stamped with "From Anywhere," a nod to Clark's outrageous deep-range shooting. Branded coffee cups carried her logo, and even the cookies were decorated with CC designs. Nike essentially transformed its headquarters into a full Caitlin Clark experience, and the staff fully embraced it. In one clip, Clark took a shot at a mini hoop positioned in front of her logo backdrop. And, of course, she knocked it down effortlessly, because that's simply what she does. The staff erupted as if they had just seen her bury a championship-winning shot in the finals. That's the kind of electricity Caitlin Clark generates wherever she appears. But let's be honest for a moment. Nike has faced criticism over how it initially managed Clark's brand. Many observers believe the company didn't move quickly enough in the beginning. While she was rewriting the record books in women's college basketball and drawing historic levels of attention to the game, people questioned where Nike was. As she packed arenas and delivered massive TV ratings, why didn't the brand immediately seize that wave of momentum? This event, however, completely shifts that conversation. Nike is now unmistakably pushing all its chips in on Caitlin Clark, and they're making sure everyone notices. The scale and detail of this headquarters production are comparable to what the company has done for its most iconic male superstars. We're talking about the level associated with Michael Jordan and LeBron James, and that's not hyperbole. Just watch the footage. Someone online highlighted an interesting observation. Nike's world headquarters hasn't been covered in athlete branding like this since the Jordan era. It's a bold claim, but when you see the photos and videos, it's difficult to disagree. Nike turned its own corporate campus, the everyday workplace for thousands of employees, into a full-scale Caitlin Clark spotlight. That wasn't just a routine athlete stop by. It felt more like a crowning moment. The From Anywhere campaign is especially clever because it perfectly defines what separates Caitlin Clark from everyone else. Her confidence to launch from 30 feet and knock down shots that leave defenders rethinking everything. The phrase sticks, it sells, and it translates worldwide. Fans in China, Europe, or South America may not know every chapter of her college journey, but From Anywhere needs no explanation. One look at her highlights, and the message becomes obvious. There's also a Twitter page called CC Offseason that has been monitoring Clark's every move during the break, and they deserve serious recognition for keeping supporters informed. No one knows who operates it. It could be someone within her circle or simply a passionate fan, but the coverage is thorough. They archive each appearance, every released image, and all related merchandise. In fact, that account shared much of the Nike headquarters footage before major outlets even realized the event had taken place. In a similar lane, another page called Caitlin Clark Style documents each outfit she steps out in. That page gained massive traction during the Nike visit because Clark was clearly dressed in unreleased, exclusive Nike pieces that no one else can get their hands on. Supporters analyzed every item she wore, trying to determine when, or if, it would become available for purchase. In several clips, Clark is seen addressing Nike employees. The audio may be unclear, but the expressions in the room say everything. People are locked in, absorbing every word. At just 22 years old, she's confidently leading a space filled with executives and designers, as if she's had years of experience doing it. Another noticeable detail is that Clark appears leaner than she did during the WNBA season. While there's no need to scrutinize her physique, it does highlight that off-season training is a clear focus. She's not treating this period as downtime. She's preparing for the next chapter, maintaining peak condition so she's ready to take over once the season resumes. Now let's tackle the obvious question. Why is Nike investing this heavily in Caitlin Clark? The straightforward answer is business. She drives sales at a level very few basketball players can match right now. When she used Wilson basketballs in college, Wilson experienced a significant spike in demand. The moment she partnered with Nike, fans immediately began asking about the release date of her signature shoe. And whenever she steps out wearing virtually any item, anytime she's seen in Nike apparel, those pieces disappear from shelves within hours. At the end of the day, Nike operates like any major corporation. It follows the revenue. They've analyzed the metrics. They've studied the TV ratings she influences, the spikes in online engagement, and the surge in ticket sales wherever she plays. The numbers make one thing clear. Putting significant investment behind Caitlin Clark isn't just a smart marketing move. It's essential if Nike intends to control the women's basketball space. There's also the competitive landscape to consider. Adidas has been aggressively expanding its footprint in women's basketball. Under Armour is working to regain its position in that market. Puma continues adding prominent female athletes to its roster. Nike simply cannot risk allowing Clark's enormous cultural presence to drift elsewhere. Or worse, create distance in the relationship that could tempt her to explore alternatives when her deal is up. By staging such a large-scale celebration at its own headquarters, Nike is communicating on several levels at once. To Clark, the message is clear. You are central to our future, and we're fully committed to you. To rival brands, it's a warning to stay away. To consumers, it signals that anything attached to her name carries a sense of exclusivity and high value. And to fellow athletes, it demonstrates what top-tier partnership with Nike truly looks like. The scheduling is no coincidence either. Clark recently went through the Team USA selection process, placing her firmly in the national spotlight. The WNBA offseason is typically when casual fans drift away and attention fades until opening night returns. Nike is making sure that doesn't happen with Clark. They're keeping her visible, keeping her part of the conversation, and preserving the energy she created during her record-shattering rookie campaign. Just look at the online numbers surrounding this appearance. Hashtags tied to Caitlin Clark's visit to Nike headquarters were trending on Twitter for hours. Engagement on Instagram skyrocketed. TikTok clips covering the event pulled in millions of views. None of that required paid promotion. Clark's natural drawing power created that wave on its own. That's the type of ROI that makes boardroom executives light up. One social media user wrote, "We pray for times like these," highlighting how significant it feels to see women's basketball receive this scale of corporate backing and visibility. That perspective matters. For years, women athletes have pushed and often fought for equal marketing support, comparable budgets, and the same level of presentation that male stars routinely receive. Caitlin Clark is now experiencing that treatment, and in doing so, she's elevating expectations across the entire sport. But let's be honest, this isn't just a gesture of goodwill from Nike. It's a direct result of Caitlin Clark proving she delivers on every front. She's shown she can fill arenas, boost TV ratings, sell merchandise, and create cultural moments that resonate far beyond the court. Her performance earned this level of attention. The branded cookies, custom coffee cups, tote bags, and exclusive apparel aren't just fun giveaways. They're a test run. Nike is studying what resonates with fans, tracking which designs captivate, which products excite, and which price points hit the sweet spot. This event served multiple purposes: part celebration, part market research, and part strategic planning for Clark's future product lines. When her signature shoe eventually launches, and it will, Nike will already have a clear picture of what fans want. They'll know the best-selling colors, the styles that generate the most hype, and the pricing that balances maximum profit with accessibility. Every piece released at this event was a data point, giving Nike insight into exactly how to capitalize on Clark's brand moving forward. The From Anywhere branding also creates exciting opportunities for products beyond just shoes and apparel. Training gear, basketballs, shooting sleeves, compression wear, all of it can feature the tagline alongside Clark's logo. Nike has the potential to craft a complete Caitlin Clark product ecosystem, appealing to young players who want to emulate her shot, fans eager to support her, and casual consumers drawn to the stylish branding. This move also has broader implications for women's basketball. When Nike invests so heavily in a single athlete, it sends a clear signal to the industry. Women's basketball is valuable, both financially and culturally. Competing brands will take note. Leagues will pay attention. Other athletes will see the standard set and push for similar opportunities. Caitlin Clark is effectively reshaping the economics of women's basketball, one Nike event at a time. She's proving that companies can generate significant profits from women's sports when they invest thoughtfully, and that fans will engage, buy merchandise, and support the content when the marketing is done right. What makes Clark even more compelling to brands is how grounded she remains amid all the attention. She doesn't demand the spotlight or act entitled. She shows up, performs at the highest level, acknowledges the support around her, and keeps pushing forward. That mix of genuine humility and elite skill is a marketer's dream. In short, Caitlin Clark has reminded everyone that she isn't just the future of women's basketball. She's already its present. Nike's headquarters event made it clear they're now investing in her at the level she has earned. If you're excited about Clark's rise and want more analysis of her influence, hit like and subscribe. And tell us, which Nike product would you love to see her release next?